Living in this universe is creating this universe. You see, life is a gift. It's not a gift of just merely existing. It's a gift of creating. Your job in this reality, in this realm, in this existence, in this experience that you are having, is to create that very experience. Now, you may ask, well, how do I do that? You simply do that by, one, existing, but you do that by recognizing that you are conscious, aware, and you are projecting out a feeling, an understanding, a perspective about the experience that you are having. So you being able to observe each experience you are having is, in a sense, changing that experience. It is defining that experience. This is why when you hear people talk about the fact that you are creating your own reality, it is based on this very concept. You are seeing this realm, this reality, this experience from a particular lens. That lens could be identified as you, right? That can be identified as your consciousness, the very thing that makes you you, down to the core. And though we are sharing an experience of the universe as a whole, your particular point of view in that universe changes exactly what it is that you are experiencing versus what it is that I am experiencing. This is one of the most beautiful concepts and understandings of spirituality. When you recognize that it is your point of view that creates your experience, then you simply realize that by changing and being mindful about your point of view, you will thus change the experience you are having. This is what's based on, law of attraction is based on this concept. Manifestation is based on this concept. All of life can be based on this concept. Nothing is truly objective. Everything is coming from the subjective point of view of your consciousness, of all the other layers of self, your ego, your subconscious self, your conscious self, your higher mind. So essentially what I'm saying is you create your own reality by simply existing, because your existence is predicated on your consciousness, your self-awareness. Self-awareness means your ability to recognize that you exist, right? It's not just simply existing. That isn't enough. But when you understand and recognize that you exist, then it goes into a deeper level of understanding and comprehension. So your job here with that ability to be self-aware is to recognize that if I am self-aware and I can see and I can understand and recognize that I am here, then I can also see, recognize, and thus create anything that I desire to create. I can have an idea, I can have a perspective, I could have a perspective, a definition, an understanding, a concept, a theory about all that I am experiencing. Do you understand the significance of this? This is why I tell you that you are the God of your universe. You are not the God of my universe. I am not the God of your universe. You are the God of your universe, because you are creating that universe by simply existing and being able to practice self-awareness. To be conscious is your nature to do the very thing that I'm talking about. And so as you go through life and you think about this concept, and I know it can be pretty heavy, but at the same time, it is very simplistic. You see, if you think about you not existing, right? The idea of you not existing means that everything will just essentially go blank and nothing else will exist, because you will not be here to experience that existence, right? You will not be here to experience that thing. You will not be able to define, explain, gain perspective, gain insight, look at it from a different angle or point of view than I would. And so when you go into that realm or space of understanding, you realize how much significant power that you have over the things that you are experiencing. So you're not just randomly experiencing things because something bigger than you put it before you to experience. You are experiencing them because you, some aspect of you, wants you to experience that, needs you to experience that. And it is my teachings that you need to experience that in order to wake the rest of you up. You see, your consciousness is your guide. It is the light at the tunnel, in the tunnel. And it is leading you and leading the rest of you, your ego, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, through this dark tunnel of being unconscious, being unaware, right? Into a space of awakening, into a space of self-realization. That is the mission here. That is the objective. And as you go through life and you continue to experience particular things and you begin to wonder exactly what you are experiencing versus what somebody else is experiencing, even though you may be sharing the same exact moment in space and time, the reality is you can be both experiencing something completely different. You can be experiencing something amazing and beautiful. Meanwhile, the person sitting next to you could be experiencing something horrific and awful. It is a matter of point of view. It is that point of view that depicts exactly the meaning and what is going on, right? And it is that meaning that then adds to motivation, momentum, and action. This is why two people can have a similar experience. One person can take it and be inspired. They can be proactive. They can move with a certain kind of confidence and understanding, whereas the other person can move from a space of being doubtful, being insecure, right? Being afraid, because it is what's going on in all of the layers of the self. And when you recognize that this is a matter of your ability to create whatever definition, whatever experience, whatever outcome there is from a given situation, it allows you to move forward, continuing the momentum of that process. So recognize that you being here is you creating the very thing that you are experiencing. You are in the universe, therefore you are creating this universe. It is a constant loop, right? So continue to think about this concept and go deeper into it. Just think about and understand the concept of you creating your own reality by simply just experiencing the reality that you're creating. Does that make sense? Go into the understanding that simply you being here and being able to observe and add meaning to things is the seed by which you can take and grow the understanding that you can change any perception. You can change any point of view or idea that you had about a thing by simply being proactive and going into, okay, where did that belief or where did that idea come from? Going deeper into your ego, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and using all those things as tools to essentially create a path of your success, a path of into your fulfillment. Now, this is a very important and imperative concept that you must understand over time. You don't need to have it figured out right now. But when you plant that seed, which is what we're doing now, plant that seed of wanting to understand the concept and recognizing your power of simply being able to observe, to be able to witness, and especially give insight, input, and definition from your perspective as to what you are witnessing. That is the seed to being able to change your definition, to change your experience, your point of view, into an experience or point of view that is going to lead you to your own personal fulfillment, thus your own self-realization. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and get access and download this free ebook, The Power Within. You will also be invited to my Manifestation Monday morning meetings every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.